Hello, everyone. I'm Konstantin with LA New Product Development Team, and you are watching the first ever episode of Tech Tools for Business. This is a program where I will be talking about and featuring, showcasing different tools that could be beneficial to small businesses. That is something that is practical, something that you can easily integrate into your business and benefit from that, help your business with that particular tool. And why are we doing this is due to the nature of our business. We do product design and development. We go through a lot of different software applications, hardware tools. Typically, it's a big mess, big mixture of different types of technology, tools and practices and things like that. So we kind of like accumulate that knowledge that I want to share with you. And I believe that many of these things that we learn can be integrated into small businesses and can result in some improvements. It can result in better user engagement, can result in higher profits or higher productivity. Or will help your business to stand out from the competition. I'm going to share that knowledge through this series of videos, and I hope this will become a regular thing where we publish one video a week. Maybe it will be like once in 2 weeks, but who knows? We'll see. At this point, I want to do it once a week. So. I will try, I promise, I will try to keep these videos as short as possible. So I really want to focus on the benefits you can get out of implementing and using these tools, not that much how-tos, because explaining how to use them takes a lot of time, it's boring, and most likely you're gonna ask someone to do it anyway. So if you have a question regarding to how to actually implement and use that tool, feel free to send it to me. Otherwise, I'm focusing on the actual benefits. So, and today I want to talk about the new tool that we recently started to use. It allows you to feature your physical products in a new way, and it allows higher engagement with of your website visitors, as well as featuring things and nuances of your product that are difficult to explain in a copy or in images, through images. So without any more talking, let me just share my screen and start the overview. This is our website, but the tool is called Sketchfab. It's sketchfab.com. Basically what it is, if you have a physical product, most likely you have a CAD model of that product, especially if you are a manufacturer of that particular product. So by integrating that CAD model in a viewable manner on your website, it allows your users to interact with it. So if you can see, as you can see on their front page, they have this model of some kind of creature that I can manipulate, rotate it, and it's also moving, so it's dynamic, animated. But also I can integrate it as a widget, as an iframe or embedded screen into a website. It's as simple as putting a YouTube video. Of course, setting up the model and rendering and everything, all that takes quite a bit of time and a lot of settings and things like that, but the actual integration into the website through embedded code is really simple. So what it allows your business is it allows showcasing your products in a new way. It also creates this kind of way for your consumers to interact, to play with the product before they purchase it, or if they cannot really, for example, access it in stores, it gives them at least some sort of connection with the product, some sort of way in which they can interact with the product. So as you can see here, one of the examples is Adidas implementing this tool, and they made this 3D model of their newer version of the cleats, which I can rotate, look inside, look underneath, and have a better idea of how it's made and what kind of materials were used and what kind of pins are on the bottom and things like that, right? Let's look at some other examples. This one, they show that a furniture company uses where people can actually rotate their furniture, all right? Pretty much the same as the cleats. This one is interesting because in addition to rotating and manipulating the object, you can actually select different color options that are immediately visualized here. But in addition to the color options, you can also select some features, some options that you want that your customized version of this product to have. Let me quickly jump on this configurator. So here I am manipulating the boat. I can zoom in, I can zoom out, and I can select different color options. Let's say I like this red and black. All right, looks kind of ugly, but anyways, these were some color options. Let's take a look at the equipment. So I can add a ski pole, all right, and a sunroof, and I can add a bunch of other things that appear here. As you can see, for example, if I remove the sunroof, it disappears, as well as I believe if I remove the speaker, it disappears. Maybe not. But anyways, you see like that you can actually like change the representation of the product on the fly pretty much. This is pretty cool, especially like if your product is configurable. But if it's not, and if you can offer a customizable product, this is really cool. This allows people to order exactly what they want, right? Some other ways to configure products, they actually show here, is you can click on the doors, for example, here on this cabinet, and you can select different colors of the doors as well as the legs. And let's say after I made the cabinet that I like, the only thing that is missing is like the buy now button that I should press and get this particular model. But as a minimum, I can just take a screenshot and send it to the manufacturer, right? So that's another thing. But let me show you how we recently used this tool. We used it for the product called Bait Bunker. So the bait bunker is the new type of container to keep a live bait. So what it does, it keeps your bait live for a longer time, and it's also very convenient, and it has a ton of features. It's actually more like a platform that you can add different accessories. But anyways, let me show you here. We talk about the product. There is a lot of information in the text and some icons and pictures. But also we wanted people, because the product is still not available physically to where people can come and rotate it around and look inside. We wanted them to give that option before the product even becomes available for in retail. So what we did, we integrated this widget on the website, and as you can see, it loads pretty quickly. Took less than 30 seconds, I believe. It allows me to open it on the full screen, and I can look at every single detail, like almost like with a magnifying glass type of deal. You see, I can look very closely what's here, look at the texture, look inside, can manipulate this pretty much in any way imaginable. Right here, my camera goes inside. I want to inspect what's there. But also I see everything in one scene, so I kind of get an idea of how everything's gonna be assembled. Okay, so this is all pretty cool. It can be, people can spend quite a bit of time just playing with this. But I am, as a seller, I want people to be educated about my product, right? I want them to understand these features that were so expensive for me to integrate into my product, and I want them to value these features. So what we did here is we added this these kind of like, I don't know, buttons or tags which you can click, and they give you a little bit more information about what this is, why it's made like that. And for example, if I press on one, it says it's an oxygen pump. If I would not click that, how would I know it's an oxygen pump? I mean, I may or may not be aware of that, but here it tells me that it's an oxygen pump and the benefits it provides. So now I start to understand, oh, this product has an oxygen pump, which means that my live bait will stay alive for a longer time. All right, that's great. Then let's say I'm curious what this thing is and why it's hanging in the air. So I press on it, and it's an air vent plug. All right, so now I understand that I can actually block that, block this hole and cover it with a cap when I'm not using it. For example, if I'm not using an oxygen pump, I don't really need that hole. But let's say I'm looking at this thing and I have no idea what this is, and I have at this moment that thing has like 0 value for me, right? But as soon as I click on this number 6 and I read about it, I see that it's a seat attachment. So I can clamp my bait bunker to a seat on my boat. So now it's very convenient. It's always here under my seat, and I can access it easily. All right. So I can understand the benefit that I can get with this accessory. So as you can see, like I am as a customer, as a potential customer, now just became a way more educated on the product, and I put a higher value on it right now because I know what's what and why it's made that way, right? So for many cases, especially if your product is not available yet, or if it's difficult to just provide users the access to actually like manipulate it's this using Sketchfab and integrating into your website could be a good way to at least somehow substitute that physical interaction with a virtual one. Plus, I mean, it has the VR capabilities where you can put a VR headset and look at the product like this. It's okay. I wouldn't say it looks somewhat amazing. I think it looks better on the website. But just another way to interact with your product. So I think summarizing, one thing I forgot to say is like they also have this feature where you can create a 3D ad. Basically, it's a banner that you can integrate on some like blogs or websites where you want to put your advertisement, but make it a little bit more interactive to where people would play with your ad before they click on it. But you see, like you can integrate different buttons. And Peugeot, or I don't know how it's correctly pronounced, they made one as well. As you can see, like you can customize your vehicle before you read more about it. And you can even zoom in, of course. So summarizing, Sketchfab is a cool new way to showcase your products, to stand out from your competition that is still using images and maybe YouTube videos. It's a kind of like a unique way to allow your potential customers to interact with your product before they even buy it. It's a good way to educate them on the features that your product has. Like typically, like some nuances are hard to explain, so this tool can allow you to explain at least some of them. And on your website, it drives engagement. It increases engagement. Google loves when people engage with website. That helps with your SEO. So there are a lot of benefits, I think, that come with this platform, and I definitely encourage you to try it if you have some physical products. And none of what I was saying here was sponsored by anyone, so I have no bias, and I'm just sharing the knowledge that I have and the experience that we have in our business. But anyways, that was it. I hope you liked this episode, and if you didn't, or if it was okay, just subscribe and watch the second one. I promise it's going to be better. As everything in this in product development business, I become better. I'll become better with the second version. In the second version, so subscribe and keep your eyes open for the next video, which I hope will be released in about a week. Other than that, if you have questions, comments, concerns, please feel free to email me, to send me a text message, or contact me in any other way. That was it. I'm Konstantin with LA New Product Development Team, and you just watched the first ever episode of Tech Tools for Businesses. Thank you. Have a great day or evening, whatever the daytime is right now. Thank you. Bye-bye.